special day because in honor of Mother's Day, I have a very special guest joining me in the kitchen. Please help me welcome the one I owe everything to. I'm going to get emotional. My mom, Loretta Mathison. Thank you for being here. She's braving the kitchen with me on camera. She deserves a fantastic Mother's Day. The other person I owe absolutely everything to, my dad, Bill Mathison, is sitting at the counter with Debbie and with Kimmy. Thank you for being here, Dad. This is super exciting. It's exciting for a lot of reasons. One of them is the fact that we're making a dish that I literally grew up having just all the time. It's well, I'm going to call it the Mathison family lasagna.
Well,
I mean, because it is. That's what it is. It's famous.
Yes.
Debbie says it's famous.
World famous.
Yes, and the other amazing thing is that I'm in the kitchen with cameras.
Because normally this would be happening without me in the kitchen, but today I'm with my mom. Now, tell me, tell everybody, but why this was such a go-to meal for us. It made so much sense, kind of growing up with Scott and I out and doing our thing, and you working all the time.
Absolutely, that was the whole thing. Is that I was a working mother. I worked full-time outside the home, and it was long days, and I needed to have something that I could do when I got home that would be fast, because I used to end up getting home just at dinner time, and the lasagna became the thing that I went to.
And you used to, I remember you used to make like several of them at once so that you could use them through the week. So you freeze them, and they'd be there. And lots of great energy for two active kids, too.
That's right. I had an assembly line on Sunday afternoon where I had all the ingredients and made about 3 or 4 at a time, baked them, put them in the freezer, or put them in the fridge and reheated them.
So basically, I'm built on this lasagna. That's what I'm hearing right now.
It's delicious.
Oh, good, good. Okay, you guys dig in, of course. Okay, so now obviously we're going to get started. And the first thing you need when you're making lasagna is the lasagna noodles, of course. And we've boiled those right here, Mom. What do we need to know about making these noodles?
The key thing is that when you're cooking the lasagna noodles, you need a large pot.
Okay.
You let the water come to a roiling boil, and you don't cook the noodles as long as the box says. You cook them sort of al dente so they continue baking when they're in the oven.
Oh, okay.
And that you drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them so they don't stick together.
Those are great tips. Those are great tips. See, if I was in the kitchen more with you, I might have known that already. But now I'm learning it right now.
Bill,
So
do you also cook?
Debbie, the answer to that, no.
Okay, sure.
But I was great at cleanup, though. I was good at cleanup.
See?
Yes,
And shopping, too.
And let me say this, if there's ever something that you forget in the kitchen, my dad will be in the car on the way to the supermarket before you even realize you're missing it. He was that guy, too.
That's a great trait to have as a husband.
We've got our noodles made with a little bit of olive oil, and next thing we're going to work on is the meat sauce here, which you've got started a little bit.
That's right.
You came in early, Mom.
Yeah. That's right. So the meat sauce, you brown the meat. It's the sausage and the beef until you can't see any pink in it.
Okay.
And drain off any of the extra fat. Then you can add the garlic and then the marinara sauce.
Okay, very good. As you're doing right there, you're pouring that in.
The garlic is cooked ahead of time until it's soft and tender.
Okay, I got you.
And then you stir the marinara sauce in, and a little bit of salt and pepper.
A little bit of salt and pepper. Here you go. See, I'm helping.
Yes, you are. Then you leave this to simmer on the stove.
Okay.
While you're preparing the next parts to the
next part.
lasagna.
And this is the next big piece of the puzzle. You can't have lasagna without a great cheese sauce. And I guess my eating healthy started a little bit earlier because this is a little bit of a healthier swap
Oh, look
out.
at that.
That is. Yes,
Even as a young boy.
Yeah, this is cottage cheese and
Instead of the ricotta.
instead of the ricotta. And as I think I said, that back in the day, I was just more familiar with cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you add a couple of eggs to it, so it turns out to be a little healthier.
And it makes it really fluffy as well.
Yeah, a little bit fluffier.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
More solid.
having said that, while you're mixing all that cheese together,
Sure.
Loretta, Cameron is very particular about the things he eats.
Deb, I'm standing right here. Like I can totally hear you.
It's because he's very health conscious. Yeah. I don't have to tell you guys that. Was he always that health conscious as a child?
Debbie, actually, no. He was not health conscious. He was not a so-called, picky eater, which I know some people are. He had a great appetite. He ate everything.
What?
The only problem we ever had was trying to take him to a restaurant because he could never decide on what kind of a restaurant he wanted to go to. And so there were great fights with you.
The Mathison brothers would battle on the restaurant choice. It's very true, Mom. It's all my secrets are coming out right now.
Yeah.
So he would eat anything, huh?
He would eat anything.
Anything?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
about
would.
Even things that had carbohydrates?
I mean, look at this. For a guy who eats low carbs, this is what
is
will get me
going
to eat
on?
some
This is
carbohydrates. My mom's lasagna.
All your dirty secrets are coming out.
Exactly.
Okay, so we added the eggs. We added a little bit of parsley too. That was chopped up parsley. We mixed it
Right.
up with the cottage cheese.
Right, and we have the grated mozzarella sitting here. So
Okay,
it's all ready
but
to
I don't
go.
put that in here. No,
No,
right,
not
right.
in there.
Okay,
No,
very
no,
good.
No.
I'm just making it like you see.
Okay, so then the first thing we do is a layer of meat sauce.
Okay, good. We've already built it a little bit, and I like what you said also, that you start with the meat sauce on the bottom before you do anything, so the
Right.
noodles don't stick to the bottom of the casserole dish, right?
Okay, a layer of meat sauce.
Okay, very good.
And then a layer of the
Cheese?
cottage cheese.
I hope so, because it's
Yeah.
going in.
Was there Parmesan in there
good.
as well?
He put a little.
Yes,
I put it-
Parmesan goes
Parmesan
in
as
there
well,
as
Yes,
well.
yeah, right,
Yep.
Deb. That's good. Thank
Then
you.
a layer of the grated mozzarella.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, not only were you a working mom and coming home and cooking for the two boys, Cameron didn't eat just
Okay.
one lunch. I understand he ate 2 lunches every day.
Yes, both he and his brother did because they were they had practice for basketball and volleyball and soccer after
Swim class
school
too. I was doing
class.
swim at the same time.
So they'd have a lunch that they needed for lunchtime, and then after school they'd eat before they went to all these sports practices. So you can see why the lasagna needed to be ready when I got
Yeah,
home.
You were
did
not
such a great job keeping us all fueled up, Mom. That's for sure. Okay, so I've got the noodles, and I just don't want to mess this up. Do I put the mozzarella on top here like this?
No, you do a little more meat sauce.
A little bit more
another
meat
layer
sauce.
of meat sauce.
See,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Okay, good.
And then the cottage cheese next.
And then the cottage cheese next. Okay, and then we'll do, I see.
Yeah.
And one more
cottage
layer,
cheese
is that what you're doing?
next. Uh-huh.
Got it.
Cameron, I bet
Spread
eating
this
this is going to
out.
feel so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Good.
Can't wait, can't wait. Okay, so
That's
here's
more
the cottage
mozzarella.
cheese. We'll just finish this guy right here. A little bit more
This is
mozzarella.
looking really good. Yeah,
I'm doing all right?
you're doing great.
I bet you wish you had me around in the kitchen.
I'm just kind of stuck on this not healthy thing for a minute. Did he
Yeah.
eat things like Pop-Tarts?
Oh,
Wait, who told you that? Who told
he
you that?
ate Pop-Tarts all the time.
This is a scandal.
Yeah, it's not
This
true.
is
Can I have a little
okay.
mozzarella on top?
Scandal.
A little meat
Look
sauce
at how he's
versus-
No,
trying
no,
to get
we're
rid
done
of
with the
it.
noodles.
You're
So
not
we're-
the man I
yes,
thought you were,
Yeah,
Cameron.
you're really not, Cam.
I know,
Just a
I
tiny
know.
bit.
Look, I'm getting involved in the lasagna making here. I'm tuning you guys out because all my
Okay, there
secrets
you
are
go.
coming to
Little more
light.
meat sauce.
There we go. A little mozzarella on there.
Yeah.
Is there any bone broth in this?
If you need the bone broth, you've got to go to my office over here.
Okay, then
Let's put a little
Yep.
foil. And now this is a cool little secret too. You told me, Mom. It goes in at 350 for 15
Right.
minutes, covered with the foil.
Right.
And then after the 15 minutes, you take the foil off. You crank up the heat a little bit to give it that little crispy feel, right?
That's right, and it bakes for about 15 minutes at 400 degrees.
Yeah, I got that in there.
So good,
Not sure I'm
Loretta.
using oven mitts to put it in because it's actually not hot yet. You know. There we go. Look at this. And ta-da!
Ah, there we are.
Let me cut that up for you a little bit here. A nice
this out of the
piece. I
Yeah, big
can
hearty
smell
piece,
it.
Cameron.
You know,
Yeah.
the sense of smell is a big
Oh,
one
wow,
too.
good job on the cutting.
There we go.
Two
Look at that.
servings for Cameron.
Two servings
There
for
you go.
me.
This is from your mom's
And
heart.
I want to say,
Debbie, let's watch.
I love you so much. Give the odds are against this for me. I haven't even tasted it yet. I'm already kissing you, so thank you.
Thank you, Loretta, and thank you, Bill.